Hello, and welcome to Total Exact Solutions tutorial on how to create an optimized buying schedule for your customer. In order to create an optimized buying schedule, we're first going to access the media buying screen. And we do that by clicking on the media buying menu icon in the top left-hand corner of your menu screen. When AdVenture opens, it will bring you to the Open screen, and the Open screen allows you to open a proposal that you might have saved as a scratchpad on your computer. It allows you to open a proposal that's been sent to you by an agency so that you can check availabilities and reach and frequency calculations. And it allows you to open an existing proposal that you may have saved to AdVenture previously. But for today, we're going to create a new optimized buying schedule, and we're going to do that by clicking on the New button under the File menu tab. When we click on the New button, AdVenture will take you to the buying header. And the buying header is effectively a wizard that allows you to choose the stations you want to include in this campaign, the start date and the campaign period for this particular optimized schedule, the types of spot durations and the types of avails that you would like to include, and your customer, contract, ratings, and demographic information. But for now, I'm going to select the stations that I want to choose. And in order to do that, I'm just going to type in the network name in the Contains box below the network field heading. And my network, as you can see, is called Impressive. I only need to type in a couple of letters of that network name and it will find all of the stations associated with that network. In order to add a station in, I can simply click on to add the station or click it back off again. And you'll notice each time I do that, the stations are recorded in my order preview. The next thing I'm going to do is to select my campaign start date of the 17th of October and my campaign period. Now, if my campaign period doesn't fall neatly into one of these options, I can adjust it manually within the schedule itself. Next, I'm going to go and choose my spot durations. I'm selecting both 30-second and 15-second spots for this campaign, and I'm selecting both commercial and live read avail types. And finally, I'm going to choose my customer, and just by tapping on the customer that I want, you'll see that's now reflected in my order preview, and I can now apply those details to take me into my media buying grid. Now, what the system's doing at the moment is it's actually going out to your traffic system and it's finding for the station and day parts that I have chosen all of my current availability as is sitting within your traffic log. So I'm just going to expand that up. The system has returned for me, you'll see, a color-coded heat map that shows me where I have availability and where I'm starting to run out of inventory. But for today, we're not going to look at our buying grid screen. Instead, we're going to create an optimized schedule. Now, just so you're aware, the Optimiser itself is security driven. So if you don't see this tab on your media buying screen, you need to contact your system administrator and get the security level adjusted so that you can go in and place an optimized schedule. And we tend to find that optimized schedules come into play more when you're dealing with an agency. And the agency will give you certain criteria. So for instance, they might give you a dollar amount to spend across each station. They might advise you that they want a particular reach and frequency to be met, or they might decide that they need a specific GRP to be met. They may also give you limits, such as a limit on the CPM that they want to pay, and you yourself may choose to target this particular optimized schedule according to the avails in your system. For now, what I'm going to do is simply to add in the agency's budget. So I'm putting $50,000 in on one station and I'm putting $30,000 in on the other station. And without filling in any of the other criteria, all I need to do is come up and click on the Build button in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and the system will go out and create for me a schedule. You can see that it's placed 136 spots for a total value of $79,960. The media summary is automatically displayed at the bottom of the screen that gives you details like the CPM that the agency is paying, what the weekly cumin potential is, and what the reach and frequency calculations are for this particular campaign. Now, if you want to see the full details of that campaign, all you need to do is to access the Order tab and go to the area which is called Order Details, and the system will display to you for every station within your optimized buy exactly what the spot placement looks like. And you can see right now that we've got spots falling from Monday through to Sunday. Now, you may find that agencies or even normal customers tend not to want to purchase on Saturday and Sunday. So you can adjust that just by going back into the Optimiser, and you can split your optimized routine by day. So if the customer says to you, I don't want to purchase any spots on Saturday or any spots on Sunday, then you can just come through here and adjust the splits accordingly. And this is also the area where if you're purchasing a retail campaign, you may want to load up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but not actually sell anything on Monday and Tuesday as well. And just by changing my day split and clicking on the build button, you'll see that the system will go back out. It will recalculate CPM, reach and frequency, weekly cum, and so on. And it will now have re-established the spots. You can see there's less spots for a slightly lesser amount, but we're still consuming all of the budget. And if we come back into the order details screen, you'll see that there's no longer any spots sold on Saturdays or Sundays. Now, I have a number of other things that I can do in the Optimiser. I can also bring up a field that will allow me to split by duration. So if I want less 15-second spots to 30s, I can put in that split here. I may choose to create my optimized schedule using weekly rotators rather than daily spot placement. I do that just by clicking on this button. I might also choose that I want to create the optimized schedule by market rather than by individual station, and I can do that just by clicking on this button. And I may also want to do some very specific reach or availability targeting. Now, once you are satisfied with the order and the makeup of the order, then what you can do is to come out and print out effectively an authority to broadcast document that can be sent to the customer. This document is currently in an Excel format, but it's user defined, so you get to choose what you want to see here. Right now, I have got both my ZB, AKL, and ZBCC stations listed on separate worksheets, but you can also have them on one worksheet if that's more relevant to you. Or if your environment is one where you would prefer to send a letter or a softer proposal than a blocking chart, then you might choose our Word document proposal that is more in a letter format and allows you to create a letter style document that has a "Dear Sir, please see below for the details of your proposal." So it's got all of the name and address of the customer. It still allows you to put in your blocking chart. It does actually allow you to put in some better graphical information about where the purchase has been overlaid on your stations. And some of our customers prefer to have this style of document rather than a blocking chart document. Either way, once you have received approval from your customer for this particular booking and you're satisfied that it will meet the requirements, then all you need to do is to send this order down to traffic by clicking on the send button. And what AdVenture will do is to go out and format this order into the format that your traffic system can ingest. It will give you an order number here that you can then follow and track through your traffic system to the correct process and approval stage. And that's how you create an optimized schedule within the AdVenture system. Thanks for your time.